Right now, you're holding the most powerful peacetime tool in history. Your smartphone. It's your freedom, your connection, your entertainment, your knowledge. But its DNA was coated in fire, conflict, and the desire for one side to have an edge over the other. Today, we're not just looking at tech. We're uncovering a secret history. The story of how the hot and cold wars literally built the world in your pocket. This is about 5 hidden technologies in your palm that weren't born in the labs of peaceful inventors, but in the minds of military engineers thinking about one thing only: survival and victory. 1. GPS, the Cold War's child. It starts in 1957. The Soviet Union launches Sputnik 1. For the US, it's a shock, a tech defeat. But a team of American scientists is listening to its beep-beep radio signal. They notice something genius. Because of the Doppler effect, the signal's frequency changes as the satellite moves. And they have a reverse idea. If we can track the satellite from Earth, then a device on Earth could use satellites to find itself. So, the first man-made satellite of their rival sparked the idea for satellite navigation. But the system we know as GPS was built by the U.S. Department of Defense purely for the military, guiding missiles, navigating submarines, moving troops in deserts. It was only after a tragedy in 1983, when a Korean passenger jet was shot down after getting lost, that President Reagan opened it up for civilian use. But with a catch: the signal for everyone else was intentionally made less accurate. That limit wasn't lifted until the year 2000. Today, the chip in your phone is constantly talking to a family of satellites created to guide nuclear warheads. You're just using it to find a coffee shop. 2. The microwave oven. No, not for popcorn. For radar. Percy Spencer, an engineer at Raytheon making radars for the U.S. military, was testing a magnetron, the heart of a radar set, in 1945. He noticed a chocolate bar in his pocket had melted. He didn't ignore it. He tested it. He put a bag of popcorn kernels near the device. Minutes later, they started popping. He'd discovered microwave heating. The first commercial microwave oven, the Radarange, weighed over 300 kilos, was as tall as a person, and cost as much as a car. Only armies and big restaurants bought them. But what does this have to do with your phone? Everything. Modern mobile networks, 4G, 5G, use radio waves. The principles of how they work, finding objects, pinpointing distance, filtering signal from noise, were perfected for radar. Even your Wi-Fi router and wireless charging are direct descendants of tech created to spot enemy planes. 3. The digital camera, from spies to selfies. The 1960s. The Cold War is hot. Key questions: what is the other side doing? What missiles do they have? U.S. spy satellites flew over the USSR, but they had to physically drop film canisters back to Earth to be caught by planes. It was risky and slow. DARPA, the Pentagon's tech research agency, wanted to change that. They went to engineer Steven Sasson at Eastman Kodak. The mission: create a camera without film. In 1975, Sasson built the first digital camera. It weighed 8 pounds, stored black and white photos on a cassette tape, and you had to plug it into a TV to see a photo. But the principle was revolutionary. Light was captured on a semiconductor sensor, a CCD. This technology, refined for spy satellites, became the heart of every camera sensor in every smartphone decades later. Every selfie, every food pic you take exists because two superpowers wanted to secretly photograph each other. 4. Battery power, energy from the space race. Today, you complain your battery only lasts a day. But in the 1960s, NASA complained there were no good batteries for moon missions and satellites. They needed light, powerful, and safe power. The military also dreamed of compact batteries for radios and portable gear. Fundamental research into lithium technology was funded by the military and space agencies. Lithium is the lightest metal, perfect for charge, but it was incredibly unstable and explosive. Years of military and space research went into finding safe electrolytes and cell designs. The result? The lithium-ion battery, released commercially in 1991. It's what made laptops and then thin, powerful smartphones possible. The energy for your day was packed into your phone thanks to the race to the moon. 5. The Internet itself, a network built to survive the end of the world. This is the king of all examples. The late 1960s. The Pentagon's DARPA has a nightmare. Their communication network is centralized. One big attack on the command center, and the entire U.S. military goes deaf and blind. So, they dreamt up ARPANET, a network with no center, where every node, computer, is equal and data can route around a destroyed section, finding another path. This was called packet switching. The first message on this network was sent in 1969 from UCLA to Stanford. It was supposed to be login, but the system crashed after 2 letters, LO. So, the first network crash and the first successful data transmission were born together. This military project, designed for war, became the foundation of the global internet. Your browser, social media, this video you're watching right now, it all exists because the military wanted a communication system that would survive an apocalypse. So what does this mean? We are holding a paradox. The most peaceful, personal, creative tool humanity has is literally assembled from technologies born from fear, conflict, and the desire for control. But here's the incredibly hopeful part. Technology is neutral. The military engineers of the last century, working on tools for spying, communication, and destruction, accidentally built the skeleton for a future of global connection, knowledge sharing, and creativity. Your phone is a Trojan horse. On the outside, it's a product of a mighty military-industrial machine. But on the inside, it holds the key to education, free speech, and a world without borders. We chose to fill this shell with a completely different purpose. And this story is just one of millions. Our world is built on inventions with strange, surprising, and sometimes dark backstories. And we tell those stories. If you want to know how one engineer's mistake created a material that changed the world, or how an ancient technology from the Roman Empire is still inside your computer today, you're in the right place. Subscribe to the InventIQ. Hit the like button if this blew your mind. And comment below, which of these tech origins surprised you the most? Because history isn't just dates and events. It's connections. And we've only just begun to untangle them. Thanks for watching.